you guys doing? It's Rylend Grant here at the Action Lab Danger Zone booth at San Diego Comic-Con. Next to this very large, very affecting Baby Badass banner here that is up for raffle right now. You're probably going to be watching this well after, but some lucky soul is going to win this thing, or some poor soul, depending on how you do it. David Schrader is he's an unapologetic promotionalist. He somehow found a way to trump us all. He doesn't have a signing here, but he is towering over all of us. I am here promoting Aberrant, which, if you're a PopCultHQ reader regularly, you know well probably. The season 2 trade debuted at Comic-Con. Didn't know it was coming. That was very exciting. We have a lot of amazing stuff here. We have our Gremlins variant of Banjax, my other Action Lab Danger Zone title. We have our Karate Kid variant of season 2, issue 1 of Aberrant. A lot of cool stuff going on. I just finished up my signing. My friend Brendan Cahill is here signing right now. His book, The Hardcore Legacy. I'm gonna hand the mic over to Brendan.
All right.
Just give us the quick couple of minutes on your book.
Oh wow, look at this. All set up here. Hey, so I'm Brendan Cahill. I write The Hardcore Legacy. It's a lovely book here. And so this is about an elderly occultist who's on his deathbed, thinks he's figured out some of the secrets of magic right at the end of his life, wants to pass them along to somebody, and his choice for heir is his gloomy grandniece Violet. And she kind of has to figure out if this is a real thing, if he's just a crazy old man or what. And so this is, it's just one story, self-contained, and I'm real happy with it. Yeah.
Highly recommended.
Nice.
Pick it up if you haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
Excellent.
Thanks.
All right, so here is another one of my absolute favorite indie books, Hex 11, made by, these are 2 of the 3 lovely ladies that make it, Lindley Forrest and Lisa K. Weber. Why don't you guys pitch the book?
Sure. So we are Team Hex. We are down a person who we call our the third leg to our magical stool. Her name is Sue Milano. She's the writer. The 3 of us are Team Hex, and we are not complete without her, but we still are here to represent. So Hex 11 is the story of, we like to say it's Harry Potter meets Blade Runner. It's the story of Eleanor, who is our hero. She is a young witch in training, and she lives in this world where magic has recently been discovered like a new technology. So even though magic has always existed, it was just kind of kept on the down low and was only in the realm of those who are naturally inclined to it. Well, now the powers that be in this world, their scientists have figured out about magic, and they've learned just enough about it to harness it and commodify it. So now if you have money, you can buy access to magical abilities like we download apps. So what could go wrong? It's made things very tense for the Naturals, like Eleanor and her ilk, and they have been relegated by those same powers that be to living in this huge slum outside the city called the Hex, and that's where our story begins. We've got Volume 1, which kind of lays the groundwork. We are continuing the story into Volume 2. It is an ongoing series. We just released issue 13, which is the beginning of Volume 3. And we're doing pre-orders for 14, and we put new issues out about every 8 to 10 weeks. So it is a gift that keeps on giving, and we love making it.
We sure do.
You know, Lisa is the artist,
rock and roll.
and she's supremely talented. And between the 3 of us, we're just independent creators doing it for ourselves.
Cool. Highly recommended. One of my favorite books. Check it out.
Hexcomics.com.
Thanks, Rylend.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so I am here now with the hardest working man in 3 businesses, as far as I can tell: comics, novels, and he has a very successful how-to marketing machine. This is Russell Welty.
Thank you.
What up?
How you doing, Russell? What are you selling today?
I mean, the biggest thing at the shows is our anthology, Cthulhu is Hard to Spell. It's 35 stories about the gods and monsters of Lovecraft. So the hook is that, look, there's 1,000 anthologies about Lovecraft, and the horror specific. So we wanted to focus on the gods and monsters themselves and the mythology. Thing with Lovecraft is, I'll take my Azathoth is the god, and the Elder Gods is my example.
Yeah.
Like Lovecraft's original text on what Azathoth is this long, and it's in one story, and you have to. It's quite dense and hard to like maneuver. So I wanted to make something with a lower bar to entry that people who love Lovecraft can enjoy, and people that are just new to Lovecraft can enjoy too.
Cool. You got something else?
So I guess our most popular novel, so I'm a novelist now, I've released a lot of novels, is the Lobdell Chronicles. So Rebecca Lobdell is a minor character in our Katrina series, and then she becomes a major character in this book. She joins an intergalactic organization called the Gods Church, which protects gods, while a terrorist organization called the Godless are trying to destroy them.
Cool. So if we're not at Comic-Con, where do we get this stuff?
Well, you can get the Cthulhu book on the SourcePoint Press site,
Okay.
or the Quran Comics site. The rest of the books on Wannabe Press, and then the novels are on Amazon or Nook or any of those cool platforms.
Excellent. So Russell's a writing machine, churns out great stuff. Check it out.
What number are you?
Are we good? Okay. So I'm here now with Charlie Stickney, who is a force of nature on Kickstarter. He created one of the best books I think that I've ever received from Kickstarter, called White Ash. How you doing, Charlie?
Well, I'm doing great. Thank you, first of all, for that very kind introduction. This is White Ash. The quick pitch is it's Romeo and Juliet meets Lord of the Rings in rural Pennsylvania. And while a lot of that seems like it might be really hard to go together, it does. So mostly it's because of the magic of Connor Hughes, who's over here. You can just say hi, Connor. Connor is the artist on the book. And yeah, we kickstarted single issues for White Ash, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are giant oversized issues. And then we've bundled them into this 200-page hardcover. And it's done so well, we've just been picked up by Scout. And Scout is going to be distributing this in comic book shops probably starting early next year. So we've been really fortunate. The Kickstarter platform has been wonderful for us, both as a way for independent creators to build an audience, but also to raise the funds to create an excellent looking book.
So speaking of Kickstarter, you have one going right now.
Yeah.
New project with Connor, right?
Yeah, so I figure, if something's not broken, you might as well go with it. And so we just launched this new comic book. It's called The Game. It dropped on Kickstarter on Monday. We are already funded. And what we have here is this is actually the San Diego convention exclusive that you can only get here in San Diego, and you can get it on our Kickstarter. But this is the new series, and this is a sci-fi series. To use dated references, I'd like to say it's Sam from Quantum Leap jumped into the Highlander's body and found himself stuck playing this epic game that lasted for a millennia. If you need a more modern reference, think Dollhouse meets the Highlander, because I think Highlander's classic, and if you don't know Highlander, watch Highlander. So,
watch Highlander, pick up The Game on Kickstarter, check out White Ash. Highly recommended. Okay, so speaking of Kickstarter forces of nature, we just had one of those over there. I'm here with Ray Chow now, who is also a Kickstarter phenom. His book, Skies of Fire. Ray, why don't you tell us about it a little bit?
Yeah, so Skies of Fire is a dieselpunk airship adventure. It follows an ambitious captain as she hunts down a pirate terrorizing her kingdom. But it's really about the crew coming together, falling apart, everything in between. So Star Trek, but with airships instead.
And beautiful book. The art is gorgeous, amazing. The story's very tight. Highly recommend this one also. Cool album. All right, I'm really excited about this one. I cornered the writer, artist, creator, whatever you want to call him, grand poobah of what is, no hyperbole, my favorite comic book ever, Monster Matador. This is Stephen Prince. I'll let him tell you about it a little bit.
How's it going? The long and short of it, it's about a matador that fights monsters. And he's doing it to make the world a better place for his daughter. It's available on Comixology, monstermatador.com. There are free issues on monstermatador.com. This is a passion project for me. It's awesome, and check it out.
Yeah, it's like if Danny McBride did a Santo movie. That's the best way I can pitch it. I like the book so much that I kicked my way onto writing a spin-off series called Tales from the World of the Monster Matador. Do you have it with you?
I'll do the Carrot Top thing.
Yeah. So I desperately wanted to write on this book, but I can't do Monster Matador. Only he can. And so we did a sort of cousin of Monster Matador. This one shot takes place in the same world of Monster Matador, but it's about what everyone else is doing. And so in this particular episode, all of the actors who have played Batman on the silver screen, so think Kilmer, think Keaton, think Clooney, and on and on and on. There's a monster terrorizing LA. After a twist and a turn, a bat signal ends up in the sky, and all of these actors take it as a sign from God that they're supposed to do something about it, and hilarity and drunkenness ensues.
Very cool.
So monstermatador.com, again, without hyperbole, my favorite comic book ever. Pick it up.
Thank you.